What is going on, everyone? And welcome to Kart 63. My name is Ben. Thank you very much for stopping by. Real quick, if you didn't mind hitting a like on this video, possibly subscribe to the channel, that would be super sweet. If you're new here, my name is Ben, like I just said, and we talk about everything kart related, from karts to parts to tires to preps to this to that to racing theorem, everything else. If this is your first time here, welcome. And I hope you really enjoy the channel. I try to do my best to explain kart racing, dirt kart racing, oval dirt kart racing, for some people who get very confused of what I do here on the internet. But I do my best. I don't ever try and assume that I'm right about anything, but if somebody's telling you something, maybe I can offer a different avenue of, a way of thinking, try something new, try something different. Maybe whatever they're saying to you doesn't work. Maybe you'd like to try something different, and I'm here to try and explore those options for you to know that no one way is always the right way. So it was quite the long intro right before the sponsor announcements. Kart 63 is brought to you by Track Tack Tire Treatments, Burris Racing Tires, BeardOctane.com, 5.3 Titanium, and JC Specialties, and jcspecialties.com. I believe that's there. I'll put it here. JC Specialties should. I wanted it for whatever reason. I had BeardOctane.com. I want to say jcspecialties.com. You can call an order from the warehouse. It's not that. Anyway, all right. Back to getting. I had full plans on doing a video on tire prep. I had announced it Thursday during Dirt Kart Racer Live right here, 7:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. We get together. You guys ask me questions. Come stop by, hang out. I've been working on the kart, been switching over karts, and got to kind of BS with everybody while I was doing that, answer some questions, kind of just interact with you guys. It's a really good time. But I said that I was going to do a video on tire prep, and up until about 20 minutes ago, I was going to do that. And I don't know that I have the full landscape of what I wanted to do in that video. And since 5.3 Titanium, they're not brand new to me, because I met Scott back at the JC Specialties open house, but we'd been interacting since then, getting to know each other a little better. He sent me out some amazing parts. I thought, you know what? I like to do things for the sponsors of this channel, and I now have the all four corners and the brake system, or the brake hub of the Revolver series. I thought, you know what? That's going to make a fantastic video, just to show. This kind of led on because I was thinking, when this idea popped into my head, I got thinking, somebody asked me about comparing the weights on the Revolver series compared to what would be standard hubs. And I thought, you know what? That's an awesome idea. Okay, so 5.3 Titanium, they are based out of New Jersey. The owner, I believe he's the owner. I'm pretty sure he's the owner. Is a gentleman named Scott. They have a really very usable website that I've gone to. There are not only, I'm not talking about karting, just karting, but karting industry as a whole. Everybody needs a lock up. They really need to get their website stuff under get the getting. Let's join the modern age. Let's if you want something from Summit Racing, very easy, very simple. I know they're a huge company, and I know they got lots of money behind everything, but I would like to see the rest of karting kind of come along and get into either the app game or a real functional website, Shopify, something like that, to where we can sell parts. Like if I'm out here in the garage and I want to jump on something and order, I need a brake hub. I like the format like 5.3 Titanium has. I can jump on there, I can order stuff, I can put it in the cart, I can put my credit card information and order it. The other companies, JC Specialties, they're coming along with this ease of system. But something I wanted to bring up while I was kind of talking here about 5.3 Titanium, I like the avenue where, don't get me wrong, I love talking to people. I love that if you have questions, you can call somebody like JC or whatever and get answers to your questions. Hey, I'm not sure about this rim size. It's fantastic that you can call and talk to the people there. But I'm also of the generation that really loves to get on my phone and know that I need a right rear hub. I need a set of the Revolver hub systems. I want that. boop, boop, boop. Oh, look at that. It's ordered. It's going to be coming to me, you know, a lickety-split type of thing. I knew I was going to go off a tangent when I mentioned that, but I thought that it would be nice that when I go onto 53 Titanium's website, it's functional. I really appreciate that, and I think that, you know, more people could really get on board. So, what is the Revolver series, you're asking? Well, basically, they are machined hubs, and obviously, we're going to dive up close. We're going to look at the weights on these things, but so sweet, so awesome looking. I mean, there is weight savings that you're going to see here shortly, but also, it's bling. It's if you're a person that, you know, my karts are a little older. You know, I have an older axle, I have older components, and Scott says we gotta make you look good, you know, for the channel. It's tough putting brand new spanking, you know, sweet looking stuff onto an older kart that really needs some other components replaced as well. But I appreciate it, and I do think that these things look absolutely sweet on there. So for no other reason, there is weight savings, especially when you add in the titanium. That's probably one of the things people have sent me messages since I did the shorts and everything, and I've been kind of sharing 5.3 titaniums. They're just like, you know, how much is this stuff? The hubs alone are real reasonable. I think they're real reasonable. They, you know, anywhere between I think the rear brake hub was somewhere in the 20s. Mid-20s, and then your double pinch bolt, your single pinch bolt, they're going to be in the 35 range. That is minus the titanium. Titanium is an expensive metal. I don't know if you know this or not. Scott also sells titanium axles. I did a video on that. They're very expensive. I don't want to hear it if you don't like them. I don't care. If you can afford it, if it's allowed, get it. You know, I think it's an amazing thing. I think in the long run, if you're somebody who insists on replacing your rear axle, titanium is going to be a good purchase because unless you bend it, it should last longer than a standard steel. But I'm not going to get into that. I already did a video on titanium axles and all that comes with that. But the titanium's more expensive. The lug nuts are more expensive. The pinch bolts, the bolts that go in there are more expensive. If you just want to get the aluminum hubs that are machined, the Revolver series hubs, they are available, and they are reasonably priced. You can put your steel hardware in it, no harm, no foul. You're going to be gaining, you know, a couple ounces here and there if you're not concerned about the weight savings. If you are concerned about the weight savings, titanium is available to put into these hubs, to put into the rear brake hub, to put in the front hubs to save that rotating mass. And if you're a hefty boy such as myself, any weight savings is good weight savings type of thing. But we are going to dive up close here. I got the food scale out, which I forgot to take back in for like a week. And my son, who weighs his food, he does bodybuilding, I'd say as well. I don't really bodybuild, I strength train, but he does bodybuilding. He likes to weigh his meals, and he's just like, hey, where's the food scale? And I'm like, oh yeah, I took that out to the barn. I mean, it is mine. I bought it. It's mine. I can do what I want with it, but I had to take it back in and clean it. Everything was hunky-dory, and I was like, oh man, I got to steal that again. I got to do this video. So we broke the scale back out. We're gonna dive up close. We're gonna take a look at the weight savings. Now, I'm gonna mention first before that, I don't have the updated right rear. I assume it's the right rear, or I assume it's an updated hub for the Phantom hub system. I don't have that. I've run it's basically left and right. They're just a double pinch bolt. They weigh exactly the same. I run it right and left. I know I've seen a right rear that is different. I'm assuming that there's a more updated version. I don't have it. All my stuff, like I said, is a bit older. So they've never failed me. There's nothing wrong with them. I think Phantom makes fantastic parts, but they don't really look as good as this now, do they? So let's dive up close. Let's get a weight on them and show you, a little bit about what they are, and then we'll come back up here. Okay, everybody, we are dove up close here, and it is nighttime because, well, it's late. We're going to go ahead and turn on our scale. We see that this is reading in ounces. You can do it in grams. You can do whatever your method preferred. I always do everything in ounces, so that's that. Now, I do realize that Phantom has a different right rear hub. That is not what I have on either one of my carts. So they are the same. As you can see here, these are both just APCs. Jeez, I can't even speak. APC hubs. I run them right and left. I know that they have a more a modern right rear hub, double pinch, this and that, but this is what I have to offer. So just wanted to show you that up front because we have two of the Revolver series to compare the weights to. Now now that I got that shot in, I'm going to zoom in a little bit more just so you can see the unit of measure here. So we'll go ahead and start. We'll start with the front hub, shall we? Because I've had those the longest. Now, again, these are what I have here are Phantom, and then we're going to compare them to the 5.3 titanium aluminum hubs with titanium hardware. I don't have nuts. We're going to leave the nuts on the rears just for measuring sake, I guess. Yeah, but anyway, let's go to it. It would be a right front. This is a Phantom, as you can see, APC. I don't know that there's an updated version of this or not. I assume not, but I could be wrong. But we're just going to go ahead and weigh this anyway. So we have 9.63 ounces. Okay. And then to the 5.3 titanium. You can get the good shot there. 5.3 titanium Revolver front hub. 8.47. Are already a little bit of weight savings. Every little bit counts. Okay. Now we're going to go to the Phantom. This is the left front hub. Pretty standard. 8.43 ounces. Now we're going to go to the 5.3 titanium aluminum hub with titanium hardware. 6.56. Now, because I just forgot what that was 8 point something, was it not? 8.47 down to 6.6, we'll say. Pretty amazing weight savings there. Now, again, these are the same, so it doesn't really matter which one I choose. We can weigh them both. Hold on. And get some dirt off there. Okay, this is a rear hub. Again, I know that they have a different one for the right rear. I'm not sure if that would weigh more or not. All right, 6.88 ounces. And then we'll say that was the right rear. This is the double pinch, 6.88. So what you're talking about here is a more robust right rear hub that weighs identical to the smaller. They're both double pinch bolt. These have the larger titanium hardware to them, but they weigh exactly the same. Now the left rear, which we'll go ahead and measure this as well, or this one just a 6.88. They're exactly the same, and this would be your left rear. This is a single pinch bolt for your left rear. And that is going to weigh in at 5.43. So, again, quite the weight savings. You're about breaking even here between the double pinch bolt and the double pinch bolt. And I'm sure that, I don't know what the weight is on Phantom's newer right rear hub, but I'm assuming it's either equal to or maybe even a hair more than what the Revolver series is offering here. Okay, yeah, that was pretty cool. That's as you can see, the weight on the double pinch bowl right rear, exactly the same. No harm, no foul, just looks a heck of a lot better. But you have to consider that those have titanium nuts on them, and that they weigh the same with titanium nuts. If you put standard steel nuts on the Phantom hub, it's going to weigh just a tick more. If you're really counting that many ounces, if you're getting into the grams, if you're really uber concerned with this stuff, it's just something you might want to consider. And like I said, that maybe the updated hub, it might be different. I don't actually know. First things first, did you know that one of my struggles is I am like Captain ADD, if you didn't notice already. Maybe it's what makes me okay on film. But when I go off on tangents, I have no intention of doing that. I just get talking about it. I'm passionate about it. I just hit it. And it's when I go back and reflect, as I'm setting up for the next shot, and I'm just like, why did you go on about 2 minutes about the updated website stuff? I don't know. I think it's needed to be done, but also there was no need in this video for me to do it. But back to the subject at hand. I think Scott makes fantastic parts. The brake system alone, the rear hub, I know, and first things first, it was brought to my attention, I do know. When I measured in the initial video on the rear brake hub, the Revolver rear brake hub, it is a different bolt pattern size. So I didn't say anything about that because it was just what I had on. I was, what a standard brake is to me. I took it off, brake hub, I took it off, and then I measured it against the Revolver. I know there are two different, I'm not even going to say what bolt pattern they are, but this was the smaller bolt pattern. I ended up getting Scott sent me out. I got a new rotor for it. We got some new brake pads while we're at it. Make sure I got good stopping power when it comes to it, because I don't need to be wrecking anything and ruining the brand new hubs and everything else I got on this thing. So I got great brakes now. They needed to be updated for a long time. Now they're superior. I absolutely love them. But I wanted to bring that up, that in that video, it was brought to my attention. I was aware, different bolt pattern. So technically, the hub that I was showing was a bigger hub, rear brake hub, compared to the smaller bolt pattern Revolver hub. I think it's still going to be quite the weight savings for rotational weight. So it just kind of clarifying there for those of you who do care about this stuff. And I think you should. If you're really trying to spare weight, if you're really trying to maximize your horsepower, the less your rear axle weighs, the more horsepower is going to apply to it. Now, we could banter back and forth whether or not running a mini gear system, if you're reducing all that weight back there, if it's serving you well, say into the corner, because I have a theory on carrying weight into the corner that helps shoot speed. It helps carry into the corner, but it does take more horsepower to get it to that point, and that's a variable that you'll have to decide for yourself whether or not you like or not. Do you like the jump off the corner speed, or do you like the longevity speed? It's similar but not the same argument between running do I run a extra tooth on the clutch, or run one less? One's going to get off the corner better, one's going to carry it into the corner better. Same concept, rotating mass, the same. But if you're looking to maximize horsepower, if you're looking to get weight off your rear axle, if you're looking to just get weight off the cart entirely, titanium's the way to go. It's super strong, it's super light, it's the way to go, and you can get that stuff at 5.3 titanium. So there you go, guys. Yeah, just kind of like I said before in the beginning of the video, that this was just a whim. Like, I wanted to eventually do this video, and I just wasn't quite settled on what I wanted to say in the prep video that I want to do. So why not? Why not give Scott a shout out? Why not, bring a sponsor to the light and do a video for those, and for the people who haven't seen them before, and check it out. I think it's, well worth your money, whether or not you can afford titanium or not. Don't break the bank. It's not, I'm not going to tell you that putting titanium bolts in your hubs is going to save you, 3 tenths on the lap time. If you kind of, rear axle. If you were to get everything, it might make a significant dent in it, but don't break the bank at it. If you want to get the Revolver series of hubs, front, rear, whatever it is, because they look sweet, because they are slightly lighter, and it's something you can kind of invest in. Hey, maybe you get the hubs now. Maybe you can afford the hubs now, you buy those, and then at a later date, if you come across some money, if you get yourself a sponsor, you think it's worth the investment to get titanium hardware to put on it, awesome, that'll work as well. But do it, never put yourself out. Racing is expensive enough that you don't need this stuff. But boy, is it cool. Boy, does it look great. And boy, if you're just looking for those, fractions of tenths that you might be missing, maybe you think it does make that big of a deal, go ahead and, check out 5.3 titanium. I think they at least they get stuff to me pretty quick. I know Jersey to Western New York, it's not that far, but he's pretty on it as far as shipping me stuff. When he says stuff's coming, it gets to me fairly quick. So that's just my, what my experience has been. It may differ in whatever, if you're ordering stuff in California, obviously it's going to take a minute to get there. Anyway, I really appreciate everybody coming by. It is warm here in New York. I am sweating. I don't run the fan because I don't want it screwing up the audio on this video, so I'm starting to perspire. I feel sticky. I'm going to go in. It's late. It's 10:12, so I got to edit this video. I got to do all the stuff. I got to get the thumbnail. I had a busy day. You don't care. You don't care. All right, shut up. I'm shutting up. Anyway, thank you very much for everybody for stopping by. We're going to mention one more time that Track Tech, no. Try that again. Kart 63. Jeez, it's late. Kart 63 is brought to you by Track Tech Tire Treatments, Burris Racing Tires, BeardOctane.com, 5.3 Titanium, and JC Specialties. There. Oof. I will get it. I have them all in a row, and I got it. It's just a matter of, it's 10 at night. All right. Okay, just excuses. I got a bag of them. Anyway, thank you very much for stopping by. We'll see you Thursday for the live stream. Be there. And then next week for another video. All right, later.